Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of WoodenSheep podcast. As you can see, we've got a full party of wonderful people today. We've got Tommy, and of course we've got Rage Wild on the right over there. I think he represents him pretty well. Tommy, you need to look at the stream and see what I've cooked up here.
No, yeah, actually, I'm like refreshing and waiting for the thing to pop up. There it is.
There you go. The right one really represents Rage pretty well. I think you feel like the energy, you know. And
Dude, I'm still on starting soon. I can't see.
Okay, you'll get
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
There it is. No, as you can see, we're actually short 2 people today, and next week you can be sure I'll get rid of Tommy as well, and then the podcast will finally be in its greatest form. Just me.
I don't think that's a podcast. That's just a freeform video at this point.
So, dude, I've been having a bad day. I've been having toilet troubles.
How so? Damn.
My headphone broke today, and my right ear is very lonely. Like 30 minutes before the podcast.
Wait, how the fuck did you break your headphone?
I got up, and I came back, and it doesn't work. The right ear. So
wow. I had a better excuse. I sat on mine like a couple years ago, and then it completely broke in two. And then I had like one headphone with the other one dangling on the other ear for like half a year.
Yeah, my left earphone dangles. Like I have tape and blue tack, and I need to like position it in. And I thought the left one would break first, but no, the right one just died, and it looks fine. I don't know. What do you think, friend 2? Yeah, dude, Dude, friend 2 like always brings the energy, man. I love that guy.
Dude, you should have like prepared a little bit where you can like move his chin up and down so it looks like he's talking.
Oh, I can just make him hop up and down. Here, you do a voice.
Hello, I'm friend number 1.
No, I was telling you as 2.
Okay, I'm friend number 2. All right. Look at my magnificent locks. I am.
All right, and now we'll go to friend 1. Yeah, we got a lot of games, dude. We got a lot of games to talk about. Am I right? Let's play some Minecraft. Is that a good Rage impression? It didn't start off as a Rage impression. I hope he doesn't get offended somehow.
That didn't sound like Rage.
It's not meant to be Rage. I just said it. I don't know. All right. I've been having a bad day, but gaming has had so much happen recently. So
yes.
Let's just get to it. I don't think, Tommy, I've ever in my life been so excited for a game as I am for Halo to come to PC.
Really?
I'm usually very like controlled. Like if there's a game that I love, I'm like, oh cool, awesome, great, I'll get it. But Halo, I'm counting the days, dude. I don't know, maybe it's because I've already played it, so I know that it's really good, and I'll finally have it like immortalized on Steam. Kind of thing. Like on the 360, you forget about it. It's an old console. You never play it again, you know? But
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. And by the way, like you're gonna try it with Xbox Game Pass. Don't get like lower your expectations. It's not the best game in the world, right? Like when I went.
I'm wondering. Like it's just Halo. Dude.
No, yeah, it's just Halo. It's great, but it's like. Don't let my excitement ruin it for you, right? Like with Breath of the Wild, where everyone's like, "This is the best game ever," and then I played it, and I'm like, "It's fun, but you know."
Yeah, it's short.
So yeah. But I'm so fucking excited, and I was like, I'll just buy Reach. It'll be cheap, €10. That's an amazing price. And then the whole collection comes for €40. I was like, this is the first game I'm gonna buy full price in years. And I had to do it. There's only one other game I'd do that for, and it's when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes to Steam, which I know it's gonna happen. Square Enix and Disney. You say this, but you also doubted me when I said another Half-Life game will come, and look where we are.
Well, I'm pretty sure you said specifically Half-Life 3, and I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, regardless, another Half-Life.
Also, I personally said, look, this is me personally. Half-Life 2 happened like a million years ago. I don't care about the cliffhanger anymore. I don't give a shit.
I kind of was saying the same thing. I was saying it to Simi at some point. Like, I think it would kind of... First of all, I want to conclude the story for sure. But I think a return to Half-Life after all these years would be kind of hard. Coming back, like, straight into that scene. Or, like, that story, right? So I think it's kind of good to start with a prequel spin-off kind of thing. And then if this does well, then do Half-Life 3 in a few years. Like, we're reintroduced to the universe.
Can I make a joke?
However,
What, Simi wants to make a joke. What?
it's called Half-Life because you have to wait half of your life for it to come out.
I don't know if you heard that. She said it's
Nah,
called
yeah, I heard
Half-Life because you need to wait half of your life for the game to come out. Nice. Yeah, tell me, go on.
Yeah, but it's also like kind of I kind of didn't expect it to happen like this anymore. Basically, I kind of, well, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm a genius and I predicted that, but I kind of like betted on that they, because the last time they brought it a Half-Life, they everything, it was like super like modern and like completely groundbreaking, like new technology. They were like so proud of their physics, and
aren't you saying what I said on that podcast episode? Or I was saying
what?
Maybe, I mean, I'm sure many people have predicted this. Just that you're trying to say like they wanted to push the boundaries in some way.
Yeah, they were like I thought they were waiting for like some VR shit, but then VR happened like 3 years ago, and
they've been developing the game for 3 years now. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And but what's really nice is it's like a full price game that actually looks like it's gonna be worth a couple hours for VR.
They said it's gonna.
I don't think
they said it's gonna be longer than Half-Life 2.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
Dude.
For like 20 hours or so?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, maybe not 20, but like, I mean, a lot, you know? So, Half-Life 2 is long enough and great, so... we should just say, in case anyone hasn't heard, Half-Life Alyx is gonna be... Have they said prequel? It's gonna be a spin-off where you play as Alyx. I think it's a prequel. It is a prequel, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, actually, you know, I said I'd break the rule for buying day one. This is also one of them, Half-Life.
Damn.
Like full price. I never do this, and I've been PC gaming for so long. I always like usually just wait for sale because there's always so many games anyway. But Halo, Kingdom Hearts, and Half-Life, I have to get those on day one, dude. I have to.
I kind of rarely do that now. With multiplayer games, I'm like way more open to it. But with single player games, I can just wait most of the time.
Just wait for sale, yeah.
There's exceptions.
Yeah.
Bannerlord. Or like there's like a million games. Like I always feel like I get into these like super niche games, all those like super high ranking ones that everybody's played. I really don't care that much about. I don't want to get too much into it, but the stuff that I've been playing recently is like I've been playing old games. I've been playing old shit games.
That's like my last year, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, between the last podcast and this one, I had to make a fucking text file and write down all the shit that I played so I don't forget anything.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Like, one of the things that I got into was Stronghold. Damn, as a kid, I fucking loved Stronghold. You just build castles, you kill shit, and I had like so much fun playing that.
Stronghold Warlords? Or... I'm trying to find
Stronghold
it on...
Stronghold is it's like a...
Hello? Am I doing the solo podcast early? Tommy? Alright, I'll make up the...
Look.
Oh, you're back?
I'm not... Huh?
We didn't hear you for the last, like, 10 seconds.
Oh, shit.
So,
I'm like...
What Stronghold are you talking about so I can show some footage?
Okay, well, I was playing Stronghold Crusader and Stronghold Crusader 2.
Okay.
And, yeah, those...
Alright, so start again.
I went through all of them. Yeah, but they announced like a new Stronghold, even though like I'm a pretty diehard Stronghold fan, and they announced a new one and I didn't notice it. And I just like, you just said you looked at the trailer and it's like very negative. That's because that trailer came out like this year. This was like, I think this E3 they announced it, and it looks like a game legit from like the early 2000s. It's ridiculous how bad it looked. And like, I don't know how the fuck they ruin it that much. Like, people that want to play Stronghold, like, at least that's me and everybody that I know plays Stronghold. Because they like the medieval stuff, they like building castles, and they like fighting shit, like crusades and stuff, right? Then taking that and putting it into completely different time makes no sense to me, especially if it's like all about building castles, and then you play like the Huns or some shit.
I mean, I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't know.
Like the reason I play Stronghold mostly is because I'm a nerd for medieval stuff, and I enjoy like building castles, building like cool looking castles, building efficient castles, and then defending them and fighting shit, and then conquering other castles. I don't know. That's like what I played for.
I mean, would there not be castles in what you just said? The Huns.
It didn't look like it. Didn't look like it at all. You build like basic walls and then build a couple buildings.
Right, I understand. Then. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you in like this is a thing that I haven't even seen any other game do this like really good. We're legitimately just like you start with like a little like kind of base. If you play like deathmatch or whatever, you immediately can build an entire castle, and you can tailor it to your needs. There's like really cool stuff you can do. In the later ones, there's like logs on sort of like a contraption where you can pull one of the bar. They can pull like a bar and then underneath the contraption away, and then all of the logs fall down and they roll along and they roll into the enemy army and fucking just demolish them.
Yeah, it actually looks like decently
tar
fun.
pits and stuff like that.
This is one of the few games I just saw. I clicked not interested on the Steam page.
Wow.
It's really hard to get
one?
me into Stronghold 2.
Okay, Stronghold 2 isn't that great.
No, but I was watching the trailer now. It actually looks kind of fun. Like, I don't know.
It's still fun, but it's like not like the old ones. And then obviously Stronghold Crusader 2 is like the Europeans versus the Arabs in Jerusalem, and with mostly pretty decent AI, and it's like really difficult.
It's
great.
That's cool.
So that's been one of my time wasters recently. Instead of buying the new games, I play games from 2005.
Yeah, like how I did with Zelda and Metal Gear, and now you also did Metal Gear. Oh, by the way, that's another one of the games that everyone was like, right, it's never gonna come to PC, and I was right that eventually it came to PC in some form, the 5th game. And I'm gonna predict now that at some point Konami is going to release a collection of the first few games and bring them to Steam.
Dude, I would fucking buy the fuck out of it. I mean, I obviously already have all of the games because I played them. I wouldn't pirate them or anything. Yeah. Like I have all the games, but I would have them again on PC, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think it would be awesome, and it would just be so cool. Yeah, I actually played the Metal Gear Solid VR kind of yesterday. I recorded it. I wanted to put up the video today, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's a new stealth VR game called Aspire 1, and it feels like Metal Gear. It's a bit rough around the edges, but like you can actually tell them like freeze, and with voice recognition it actually will make them put their hands up.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool, except as you'll see in the video, I'll put it today or tomorrow, I like whack them across the head and it's like 5 hits to knock them out, and they're just sitting there taking the beating with their hands up, and it's like it's really a bit funny. Stupid, but I actually really like the concept. Like you're supposedly taking control of a robot remotely to do all of this stuff, and like if your robot dies, then you respawn as another robot body, and you can walk to your body and you see like the dysfunctional robot now just sitting there, and you can like upgrade yourself and like teleport through robot bodies, and you can climb Sam Fisher style like up metal pipes and stuff. It was really cool, but the AI felt kind of janky, like they were seeing me when they shouldn't have been, and so like I was always in loud mode most of the time. Yeah, but it did do some really cool stuff. I did really like it. There was something else I wanted to say about it right now. I fucking forgot. Oh yeah, you can like hold the triggers on your hands. They don't teach you this in the tutorial, and you use your hand as a camera, and like it makes a little HUD pop up on your screen, and wherever you're pointing your hand, you see like the feed that your hand is pointed at, so you can like look around corners and stuff like that.
That's actually cool.
It was really cool. They
could do shit like this more often. That sounds like something really, really cool in VR, where you have like a kind of futuristic spacesuit you could put, like kind of like in Rainbow, where you put like cameras all over the place, and then you can look at your arm and like see what's in the camera and shit like that. That would be awesome.
It was really cool. Yeah. Watch my video today or tomorrow. It's pretty good.
Oh, can we talk about Metal Gear finally, please?
Sure. After I'm done. Choking on water.
How do you choke on water?
Because I was trying to do an ad for it and I died. All right.
Nice.
Go on. I'll just mute myself while I die.
Who?
So yeah, Metal Gear 2. You talked about the first one. Right?
Yeah, I played the first one like a long time ago. Probably like a couple months. And I was like, yeah, this was like one of the best games I've played, like in a long time. It's like one of my favorite games of all time now. It's
yeah,
like,
same. And we didn't have the nostalgia. Like we never played it before. It was fresh for us.
It surprisingly holds up pretty alright. It's a dated game, but it's not like, oh, this is unplayable. It's like it's like, yeah, it's an old game, but it works out really well. And then obviously you had like some crazy shit that I would have never like thought. To be fair, I did get spoiled at like one or two things. If you haven't played Metal Gear, I'm spoiling the ever living fuck out of it. Okay,
the first one, which you should play, by the way.
Yeah, you should play it, but there was like the really, really weird shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna put the put the controller on the ground. I will now move your controller. And then one boss rumbles the controller, and he like mind controls you, and then you have to like plug your controller into the second fucking port.
Yeah.
It's like there's some like really, really cool and innovative shit that I've never seen. Like even in modern days, you don't see that.
Yeah, even to this day, that game is still super innovative and creative.
Yeah,
and even the fact that we discussed, like, you told me that you, like, I didn't know all this time that you could fake your death in the cell with ketchup. I just hid under the bed. But yeah, stuff like that. The first game I really, really love. I would love to replay it one of these days.
Yeah. So after the first one, I was like, oh shit. Okay, also spoilers for the for the second one.
Yeah.
Because like, you need to spoil it to like.
Yeah, it's okay. Most people that care.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I was so upset after the first one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the second one, and I hated it. I legitimately hated it at the start. I was like, this
most
is exactly
people do,
like.
I think.
The like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. The first mission is really cool. It puts you into this boat, and you have to like you have to like just do like a normal sneaking mission as Snake, but it's a little bit more modern, and it was super fun. Like that was great. And then it's like, hey, you're this other guy now called Ryan. He's blonde and young, and he's very like, I don't know. He's like he acts very young. He's like pretty naive about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I hated him. I still do. I still, to some degree, hate him. He's like a shit character. And then, oh my god, this is okay. I fucking hate. I don't. I'll talk more about it at the end. If like shit is real or not. But holy shit, why the fuck is his girlfriend? He's called Jack, by the way. And his girlfriend is called Rose. And that game came out to like I looked it up, and that game came out a year or two after Titanic. I was like, no, you didn't do that on purpose. Fuck off. And it took me out of it completely. And then Rose is a fucking asshole. I hate her.
Yeah, she was annoying. This is the game I remember least, by the way. Probably because the story is like one of the most convoluted ones, but I remember enjoying it, but it's probably the one I enjoy least now thinking about it. But
yeah,
so I don't remember most of the story details that you might talk about now. But
I'll try and like keep it simple. I don't want to like rant about it. But yeah, so you go pretty much like I noticed this, and I was like, okay, this is probably just like gameplay. They had no clue what the fuck they were doing. So they basically copied Metal Gear Solid 1, like everything. The fucking you start like it was already kind of weird when I started off. I thought this was just like a serious trope, where you start off like underwater and you climb out and then you're in a base. Like I thought that was like, oh yeah, this is just a Metal Gear Solid thing, I think.
Yeah.
But then like all of the other stuff was like, oh yeah, it's like very restricted. You're in the same level the entire game. Stuff is very, very similar. You get the cardboard box. I was like, this is Metal Gear Solid 1 with better graphics, and I don't even like the story that much. So like I slowly powered through it. Then suddenly, towards the end, shit gets fucking wild. It's like the game starts to become like sentient, and it's like, hey, I'm lagging out, and you'd have to turn the game console off right now. And then there's like really weird shit happening where you start to like doubt yourself if like the things that are happening in the reality, and it's kind of like told to you that all of the things that are like everything is a simulation, but it might not be. I'm still not sure. It's so convoluted and fucking weird.
The way I remember it is that it is. Like,
yeah, it's supposed to be a simulation, but then at the end you're still there. Like at the end you're still like in that simulation, kind of with Snake, and then the woman fucking little what's her face, Jack and
Rose.
I forgot her name. Rose, thank you. Then at the very end, Rose pops up, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if this is a simulation or not." Like,
I don't remember.
Like she's in the simulation at the end, and I'm like, this makes no fucking sense.
Just play the other games and they'll probably answer, because I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, maybe I'll like do some more read up on it, but yeah.
Don't. I'm telling you, just playing the games will be sufficient for you.
After I'm done with the games. But yeah, it's a wild fucking ride. And then here's my, like, look, I hate this game. And then towards the end, when it told me, like, oh yeah, you have been in a simulation that basically simulated Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's pretty cool.
Holy shit, it all makes sense
Yeah.
now. And it makes sense that the game is shit. I still hate that it's shit, but it makes sense.
I remember enjoying it. I don't feel like it was shit, but... yeah.
So, wait, real quick. Here's, like... This is something that has absolutely fucking blown my mind. So I went through the game and I was fucking like, okay, the story is like really, really cool now, but the gameplay, I still hate it. Then I got to like I don't know if that counts as the last boss. There's like a phase where the simulation kind of breaks, and then suddenly you're faced against not one Metal Gear, but like 15 of them. I think it was 15 or 20. Yeah. And you can like you're fighting one, and I was like not even fucking paying attention. I was paying attention to that giant fucking robot fighting me. And then I look in the background and I see like 20 more. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's really cool.
And it was hands down like one of the best boss fights I've ever done. Like it's like in the top 5.
I don't remember how it plays out, but I remember it was really cool and intense.
It's like you fight one and it's in the background there's more, and then you fight like 3 of them at once. And it's like a very simple mechanic, but it's super satisfying. It took me like an hour to beat that boss, but it was super fun. So yeah, that game went from like, this is really dumb to this is really dumb for a good reason, and now it's really cool. It's oh my god! Like if you've never played Metal Gear, it's obviously I spoiled quite a bit now, but there's like still so many things.
It's still worth it.
And it gets so political too. It gets so incredibly political out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there's a secret organization in the background that controls everything. And it predicted, this is like the most crazy thing. This is like, oh my, this fucking, what's his face? The guy that made it.
Kojima?
Kojima, yes. Kojima seemed to be like decades before his time, because all of this stuff that he talks about, like the political stuff is a lot about like manipulation of the crowd, of the masses, and how the internet in the future is going to be used to actually like control politics and stuff like that. And these are things that are happening like right now, and they weren't happening back then. And he like correctly predicted. That's like crazy to me, absolutely insane.
Yeah, something I really like is that the game is surprisingly about peace. Like the whole series is always trying to be like, man, war sucks, but it's like there's still so much of it.
Yeah, and then you get dumb shit like, oh, here's Roller Coaster Man that throws bombs at, and not Roller Coaster, Rollerblade Man that throws bombs at you. Silly shit like that.
Yeah, I love the series. So then you also played Metal Gear 3, which I predicted you'd really like, and it seems like I was right. Like,
damn, hell yeah, that was actually like, oh my god, that was everything I wanted.
Yeah, I really want to replay that game now.
That's the like, I just finished it like 2 weeks ago, I think even a week ago, and I already want to replay it. It's like, it's like the first, like I just said, the first mission from the second game was really good, and then it got shit. This is like even better than the first mission from the game before. And I'm not even, dude, I'm somebody, I hate like games that are mostly about sneaking, but this was really, really awesome.
Yeah, that's actually, that should be a testament to the games that you always tell me that you don't like stealth.
No, I kind of like stealth, but when it goes to shit, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go out now.
Right.
But I genuinely try to like be stealthy the entire way, and even though you don't get points and shit, but and then like I noticed that this is probably the oldest game that I've seen with survival mechanics as it has.
Yeah.
Like it has the whole like, oh, you sneak around, there's a snake, and then you kick the snake. And he has like one animation for like 3 attacks, and it's like punch, punch, kick. And the kick is the only thing that hits, so you always punch the air twice, and then you kick the snake. And then you can do the same with fish, like you're halfway in water, like waist down in water, you punch the air twice, and then you kick the fish in the water, and it dies.
But
it's great.
I really liked the story in this one. It's also crazy, but not as crazy as the second one. But it still like all makes sense in a like heightened reality sense. But like the story with Boss and Ocelot and everything, I just love it. It's really cool.
Oh, okay. Another like spoilery thing. I got spoiled on the game to some degree, and I forgot it. I don't know how I forgot it. I just pushed all of that away. I was so happy. I was like, I figured. I knew. I read like a couple months before that. Oh yeah, the third game, you're not really Snake. You're actually the big
I found
boss.
that out as well. Oh, like a week before I started playing the games.
And I forgot it. I forgot about it. And I was like, this is like time travel shit or something, because why am I so far back in the past?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
I don't remember when is it revealed? Like at the end of the game?
It was revealed like towards the end. It was like it started to like dawn on me, and I was like, holy shit, wait, I remember this. But it was like at the moment it gets always talked about kind of. And then like at some point you kind of like figure it out on your own without being told explicitly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like so much cool shit.
Yeah,
dude,
I really like the storytelling in that one, man.
the one thing that I don't like, this is about all Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah.
Holy shit. They're always like, I'm pointing a gun at you for 15 minutes while you talk. I could kill you right now.
I mean, that's anime.
I won't, and you will be yeah.
That's just anime.
And you will be or like there were so many moments in 3 in Snake Eater where he could have killed Ocelot like all the time. Like he could have killed him like 20 times, but he never does.
It's not allowed.
Yeah. And then the whole anime thing of Ocelot being like, yo, I am the guy that has the revolver. And then he spins his revolver for like 20 seconds before doing anything.
Yeah, I love it.
Like it's so it's like super extended, but it's super fun. So yeah, that was like not only fucking great story. It was one of the. This doesn't happen often for me. Look, I'll admit I'm fucking weak in that respect. Metal Gear Solid 3 was one of the games where I was fucking crying. I was bawling at the end. It was so sad.
I don't remember. Yeah, like I said, this is like a bit over a year ago. I'm pretty sure I also choked up for sure.
Yeah, it has like the basically hard spoiler, like close your ears for the next 20 seconds. So at the very end, you face off the boss, who turns out to be, I'm not sure if it's like his real mother or just like he took him in, but you have to kill pretty much your own mother. And then at the very end, there's like a really long speech of like, she was the only true patriot, and you stand at her grave and you're saluting to her, and it's like
pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, that fucking caught me. Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's a good game, man.
I had one more thing that I got spoiled on, sort of, that I heard about, but I didn't experience it. It caught me off so hard. The fucking ladder. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember? What the
Maybe
fuck?
you'll remind me.
It's one of the sickest moments. You just do like sneaking shit and you beat a boss or whatever. You're like underground and then you climb up a ladder. You just press the button once, you automatically climbs the whole ladder. But the ladder is like a 3-minute climb.
Really long. I remember that. Yeah. And is there like music playing or something?
Yeah, and there's like the theme playing, the fucking James Bond kind of like Snake Eater theme playing, and it's so good. It was like, it put me in trance. It was so weird.
Right.
And then the song ends perfectly when you reach the top of the ladder. It's like one of the most cool things out there.
I need to replay it, man. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
I remember the sniper boss fight. I really liked either the fight or the guy
Really?
himself. The
I
the
didn't like
fight, like you have to look for him, right, and then snipe him quickly before he snipes you.
Yeah, pretty much. But this was the one fight that I didn't like that much
Really?
because the camera was AIDS, dude. Like you can snipe him, but I was like running after him the entire time. You could like see his footsteps in the ground and you could chase him. But then the camera was fucking AIDS in the first and second part. It's way better in the third. But like
Maybe I
it's
just
kind
liked
of
him. I don't remember.
it's the kind of like top down, and if you walk down, it usually sends you like forwards. But this was one of the few segments where you had to go like forwards and backwards, and the sniper was always on like a ledge below you, like south of you. And you ran somewhere and you suddenly hear a voice, and then he shoots you like off screen. I'm like, oh well, yeah, thank you, I guess.
I remember.
Shit like that.
I remember also the prison escape was really cool. Like you pull the string out of your chest.
Wait,
Is that also an alternate way to escape or something?
let me think.
At some
What?
point,
How did you escape? There's like yeah, I know the prison. Yeah.
yeah.
How did I escape?
The way I remember doing it is like because he has like these stitches in his chest, and
Yes.
you can maybe is there a choice at some point in the game? Maybe that differs it.
I remember you could remove a bullet, and there was something with that. I don't think there was a choice there, but I don't remember. Yeah, go ahead. You removed.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But you like can pull if you go to the mirror or something. You can pull out the stitches from your chest and use them as a tool to escape or kill someone.
I did not know that.
I'm trying to find it. He does have stitches in his chest, right?
No. It gets. Do you mean the like S-shaped stitches?
Yeah, that.
No, you get that at the end. You get that's a Metal Gear Solid 4, maybe.
No, it's not.
No, because the boss has those stitches.
Yeah,
And
and it's seen in this game that you have them too.
what?
Yeah, maybe it's only revealed if you do that exact thing. I'm gonna try find it now.
I know you have them. I know you have them in the next, like in I keep forgetting the fucking name of it.
Peacekeeper.
Keeper, thank you. Yeah, I remember you have them in Peacekeeper, but you don't have them in 3. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure because there's like some halfway nude scenes too. And yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, I'm like more than 90% sure because you can walk around shirtless, like topless. And there's no
Dude.
stitches anyway. I know he has them at the start of Vengeance. I was like, what the fuck? How did he get those? Maybe he got them from the boss killing or something? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, let's not dwell on it. I'm very sure it was 3. I'll look for it and see.
Okay.
Wait.
okay,
I
one-
think I found it already.
Just send it to me.
Okay. It's the next game.
Look, see, I told you.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's
they,
okay.
They blend in my head the story.
Yeah, I understand it. Don't worry about it. Okay, one last thing about 3 because I've been going on for way too long about this. Holy shit. There's like a section at the end. I would call it a boss fight too.
Yeah.
Where it's like super cinematic. You like you destroy the Shagohod thing, and then you basically blow up like an entire base. But then the Shagohod, which is kind of like the Metal Gear of this game, fucking like haunts you down. It fucking like goes through the base, and you escape on a bike, and you're on the back of that bike shooting fucking rockets and shit. It's like, dude, that was one of the sickest things I have ever done in any video game. And this, hands down, I said it before, it was not one of the best fights in any video game ever. It was the best boss fight I've ever played.
You're talking
ever.
about 2?
In 3.
Oh, 3.
The one from 2 is one of the best. The
Right.
one in 3 is definitely the best thing I've ever played. Holy shit.
I don't remember it that well.
It's so fucking intense. Like it's like almost an hour of a sequence where you like escape on a bike. There's like a million other bikes chasing you, and it's really cinematic. You wouldn't expect it from a dumb fucking video game, where like the camera goes from like angle to angle. You go through like explosions, shit, and behind you there's like 3 fucking bikes following you, and the big robot thing. Damn, it was, oh my god, it like, I was gone for an hour after that. That was so fucking cool.
Nice. Yeah, I look forward to replaying those. Before we go to Peacekeeper,
Yeah.
wait, let me just check something. Okay. So you played Metal Gear Snake Eater? You didn't play the Substance or whatever it's called.
No, I played Snake Eater.
You played Snake Eater. Okay.
Yes.
Because recently you told me you said something like 2 days to me ago, and I said something, and I was like, okay, let's save it for the podcast. You said you played Ape Escape.
Oh
which
yes,
surprised the shit out of me, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's on the Xbox Game Pass thing.
Oh right.
No. Oh no, sorry. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I thought it was called Ape Escape. It's like one of the new games. It's called Ape Out.
Oh, I thought you played Ape Escape. I was so happy. Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Wait, what's Ape Escape?
Ape Escape is a game I love. I'm gonna let's play one day. But if you look at what I sent you in Metal Gear 3 Substance, you can play you can play Ape Escape in Metal Gear.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I thought you played it by chance, the real Ape Escape, and I was gonna tell you like, dude, what the fuck?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, I thought this was so funny that they did this.
Yeah, I played Ape Escape at a friend's house, but like a long time ago.
Oh my god, I love those games. I haven't played them since I was a kid, and I'm gonna let's play them at some. I think it's gonna be so funny. Like those games are brilliant. It's gonna be so.
Yeah,
much fun.
I've seen that. They looked really fun. Yeah, it was looked kind of like Zelda, but with monkeys.
Sure, very vaguely in some ways. Yeah, it was the first games I think that used the analog sticks
for items shit.
Yeah, like for example, there's like a flying helicopter thing, and you like had to spin the right stick in circles, and it would like whoosh, like launch you up. And same with the net, you actually directionally like tried to catch the monkeys with the net.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dude, oh my god, I'm so excited to play those games. You have no
That was
idea.
also weird in Metal Gear 3, where like there was fucking there's like little frogs everywhere, like little Kermits. I was like, what the fuck is going on there? And I swear I saw like 30 or 40 of them. Apparently there's like 50. And if you find them all, you can unlock like a secret thing.
Right.
Like an outfit or something. Oh yeah, it was like, oh, you unlock an invisible thing. Also, oh my god, I don't know. I've seen like a video on Metal Gear Solid 2. I didn't even notice this. Fucking Snake breaks the fourth wall in the second game, like really fucking hard.
Really?
Where he's like, so in the first game, you can activate cheats where you get a headband, a special headband that is like longer than usual, and it gives you infinite ammo.
Okay.
And at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, there is a sequence where you go around with Snake, and it's like kind of like a chase sequence. You have to get to like a special point, and all of the game was sneaking, and out of nowhere, it's like an action game where you have to kill hundreds of people within a couple minutes. And Snake gives you ammo all the time, and you're like he asks you like, where the fuck do you get all that ammo from? And then he points to his headband and says infinite ammo. And I'm like, what? I didn't know this. I didn't notice this until after. I was like, I thought he was making like a dumb joke where he like just it's like, oh, I thought, oh no, never mind. I thought it was because he had the katana. You get like a dumb katana at the end.
Oh, I think I thought that too.
I thought he meant the katana and was like, oh yeah, you have infinite ammo, the katana.
Yeah.
But no, he was pointing at his headband that he has cheat mode on and gives you his ammo. It's
That's
like
funny.
so weird.
So, yeah, how are you? So you're not done with Peace Walker?
Not even close.
Okay.
I started and I'm like maybe 3 or 4 hours in.
Wait, so you, just so I don't feel so bad that I spelled something, you already saw the stitches?
I saw, yeah,
Oh, okay.
they like revealed
Alright,
the
so
stuff.
it's not, I didn't really do that much. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, what do you think of Peace Walker? Probably, for me, the weakest game of all. Or at least in my memory. You don't like two.
Two was worse. Two was
Really?
was a lot worse. Yeah, and like what ruined 2 for me really was the camera. Like in 1 it was kind of excusable, but I'm just saying 1 it was kind of excusable because yeah, it's an old PlayStation game. But in 2 there was like no excuse why the camera was so horrible. There was so many moments where I run around the corner and there's an enemy like right there and I can't dodge anymore. And
I think the only thing actually that really ruined Peace Walker for me is that it's on PSP. Like, the control scheme is awful.
Yeah, and it runs at 20 FPS.
Yeah.
I mean, I play a lot of Zelda, but playing a shooter at 20 FPS is a little bit different.
I mean, it's not really a shooter in the traditional sense.
Well,
But
kind of still. You still need to put your sleep darts to use and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But we can appreciate it for the fact that it brought balloons to the game, and
Yeah, that's
like that guy's attacking me. I'm gonna abduct him, and he's gonna work for me with a balloon. Like,
yeah, usually it's like I'm caught. Oh, I'm just gonna like kill. Well, not kill. I'm gonna make them all go asleep, and then like just capture them. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked.
I can already see why it's like really important, because I've seen some of that stuff in 5, because I played 5 like a long while ago, but only a little bit. Where you get like the what was it, like an old oil platform or something?
Yeah.
That you use to like, you basically get it as a base, and then you have a it reminded me a lot of Yakuza, where like you go around, you like get instead of like getting people for your business from quests or anything, you just abduct them, and then you put them like into separate like categories. Like those people have to cook food, those actually go on missions, and then those do other things or whatever, like medical stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have like a whole management game there. But what really takes... Yeah, sure.
No, nothing. Go on.
I'm just saying, what I really liked about the first games is they don't really give you like much of a break. It's like, oh yeah, there's story bit to story bit to story bit to story bit. But Peace Walker is like, it's so separated. You play like a 10-minute mission, and then you go back to the menu and you do other shit, and it takes you out of it completely.
Yeah.
And then you have like bonus missions. I guess that's kind of cool. You have like bonus missions where you don't play Snake, like and you clean up after Snake, kind of.
Right.
There was one.
I remember those.
There was one at the start where you have to infiltrate a base, and then I don't know if that's because I knocked somebody out or not, but it was like you go into that base and you do your thing, and then you piss off. But then there's a like bonus mission right after where you have to go back in as like one of your soldiers, and then there's one guy that got knocked out, and you have to like straight up just abduct that guy as a mission to clean up the site or whatever, leave no evidence.
Yeah, I'm watching gameplay now, and I'm remembering how awful it was to use the menus, and
yeah, the menus
really
are
awful.
pretty horrible. I don't think it's that bad, but it's pretty bad.
It annoyed me so, and the controls were just really, like, the way you moved the camera and stuff was really annoying.
But yeah, obviously not that bad.
When you finish this, then you've got 4 and 5, and those are really great. Will you play Revengeance? You should play Revengeance. It's complete.
Which one was Revengeance?
It's without Snake. It's a spin-off, completely not like Metal Gear.
Oh, it was the no wait, is that
Platinum.
Rising?
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that where you like cut robots in a million pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just said you should. I don't think it pertains to the story at all, but it is still really fun, like cheesy, crazy Japaneseness. But it's not.
I'm
Metal
not even
Gear.
sure. Yeah, it looks really cool. I might play it. It looks like you play Raiden though. That makes me. It's probably not Raiden because he's got gray hair. Maybe it's old Raiden or some shit. Don't spoil me.
I won't say anything. Yeah. But I would still play it. It's a really fun game, and maybe it's important to the story, and I just don't remember. But let me see where it lands in the list of games.
Well, shouldn't have looked at pictures. I just saw a guy
stop
go. I mean, it's not that important. I just see him stand in front of a fucking Metal Gear Mark II. I forgot his name. Metal Gear Rex, I think. No,
Right.
Rex was the first one.
Ray,
yeah, maybe.
Revengeance is. Oh, you're playing Peace Walker right now. You should have played 4 by now.
Too bad.
Maybe.
I have my reasons that I can't mention.
Okay.
You know the reasons, right?
You should. Maybe you should just put Peace Walker on pause, because I don't remember if they like call back and stuff.
Too bad. I'm finishing that game right now.
Okay, fine.
It will take forever.
All right. And then do Metal Gear 4, and then do Revengeance, and then you do Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. Dude, I want to play all these games again.
I don't even have Ground Zeroes. Is that like skippable?
No, I don't know why they. It's kind of no, it's important. It's important.
I thought it's just like Metal Gear Solid 5 and that's it. But apparently there's 2 5s.
No, Ground Zeroes is like 1 or 2 hour prologue mission to the 5th game.
Oh, it's just like one mission?
Yeah, it was meant to be like a super
what's that?
cheap game until the 5 releases. Like, hey, buy this and get a little taste of our game, like a paid demo. I mean, but it's actually the prologue to the main story. It's pretty important.
Well, I'll just fucking watch it then.
No, it's
Like,
really it's a great mission. Like, it's 2 hours supposedly, but I played it for 21 hours. It might not actually be 2 hours. It's a shorter thing though, and I 100%ed it. I got all the achievements. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. So you should play. It's so cheap, dude. Let me see right now on the autumn sale how cheap it is.
Wait. It's Black Friday today too. Well, not today, yesterday.
Ground Zeroes is always super cheap. It's not on sale, but
yeah, it's like $12 still.
Just wait.
Like $12 for like a 2 hour mission.
No, it's.
Oh, it's 20 for me. Oh, I can buy it separately for 20, or I can buy the big pack with all of the Metal Gear Solid 5 shit for 11 or 12.
Let me see. It's not 2 hours. How long to beat Ground Zeroes? Let's see. No, I don't care about all these websites. It's a lot longer than 2 hours, I think. I was just kind of pulling that number out of my ass. Oh, there it is. I'm blind. This is really entertaining. Oh, it is 2 hours.
Oh, there you go.
Main story with extras 7 hours. But anyway, dude, this sales all the time. I'll tell you. By the time you get
I'll
to
think
it,
about it.
it's been like $2 before or something. Oh,
So at which point do I play Metal Gear Survive?
I haven't played that one yet. Is that one co-op? Maybe we should play it together.
No, that's like, I've seen enough of it. I've seen like multiple videos of people just stabbing.
Yeah,
That's
me
it.
too. That's all I've
It's just
seen.
stabbing.
Stabbing through a fence. That's it.
Yep, and it's always this dumb fence in like the desert.
What the fuck is this game? Why is this
It's
game?
supposed to be like really shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, but here's the thing: we could play co-op if you if you're up for it. Metal Gear Solid 4, not 4. I keep Peace Walker has a co-op mode if you want to
Really?
try that.
No, I don't. I don't want to try.
Like there's a lot of co-op missions there, and I was like, yeah, that actually looks pretty cool.
Maybe one day, but nah.
Yeah, I get. I get.
So that's our Metal Gear talk, right? Unless you have more to say.
I think I have pretty much everything. Oh, there's one more thing that I hated on 3, and I don't know if it's like still being revealed or not. But all of like, oh, I hate this like unreasonably much. Honestly, all of this stuff in Metal Gear, you're like, oh my god, this shit is fucking wild, and you're like, this makes no sense. This is unnatural or something. And then at the end, it's always explained in some reasonable manner. But then you fight the bosses, and the bosses make no fucking sense. Like even in the first one, there's the like mind controlling boss. It's like, how did you get this power? Nobody knows. Then you have fucking Grandpa who has to be in a wheelchair the entire time, but then runs away from you at 2,000 kilometers an hour while sniping and then sleeping for days. Then you have one guy that's literally a ghost, who's your dad, by the way, who like kills you with corpses that kind of ignore you anyways.
And there's also a Romanian vampire guy.
Yeah, there's the fucking vampire guy that made. I mean, I guess
and
that
his
was
name
from the
is Vamp.
simulation. Oh, and his name is Vamp. Yeah, I hated that guy too. And then in the second game I can oversee it because apparently it's a simulation anyways. But especially in the third game, it's like, oh, I'm a guy I'm called the Pain, and I have power over the bee. And then he like, oh, it was hornets, I think. And then he unleashes hornets on you. and it makes like no sense. And what makes even less sense is that all of them explode at the end. That like that fucked me up so bad. I was like, what the fuck? All of them? Like you kill them with like bullets. You don't even blow them up with like a grenade or something. Also the shotgun's overpowered, by the way. You blow them up with like you shoot at them with like a shotgun or something, and then they like die, they fall to the ground, and then they explode like out of nowhere. It makes no sense. Except for the old man. The old man is like one with nature, and then when he dies, he turns into a tree, and then
explodes.
Yeah,
yeah. I
so much.
need to replay these.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're done with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I'll talk a little bit about some unknown stuff. I recently started a game called Black Sad Under the Skin. I did a review on it, which is a detective game that feels a lot like Telltale's later point-and-click games, where there's less like inventory and more just discussion, making choices and stuff. And it's based off a graphic novel, which I'm actually very tempted to get now at some point. But yeah, I love this game. I still haven't finished it. I'm waiting for Simi to like, we can finally sit down, because we've been playing it together, for us to finally sit down and finish off the last like third of the game. But it's so great. As you can see here in the footage I'm showing in my review, it's set in a fictional New York where everyone is an animal person, and it's set like back in the 50s, I would say, yeah. Time era, and they don't shy away from like racism and sex and I don't know, whatever. Like it feels like a real and gritty place. And yeah, I should have said it's actually, you play as a detective and you're just investigating this supposed murder or suicide or whatever.
It looks so like surreal and like,
yeah, because it's a very strange style, right? Like they look like human animals.
Yeah.
In a non-furry way and a non-cartoony way, they just look like... And he looks like Batman, by the way, right?
Now that you say so, yeah, even the mouthpiece open.
Yeah, like it looks like the cowl from the back, and then he turns around and it's like, oh, that's the skin. No, wait, it's a white chin from a cat.
I'm just looking at like this one screenshot right now where there's like a fucking rhino fucking aiming a revolver at the back of his head. I don't know. It looks so weird. It's a rhino in a suit and he has a revolver and he aims him at the back of his head, or cat's head.
I really love the game though.
It looks really cool though.
It's great, yeah. It's it's a really great story. Apparently, someone in the comments of my review said that this is very heavily based off one of the comics, like one of the issues, the story. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's great. I really like it. It's janky a little bit and has its problems. Watch my review if you want my full impressions. But yeah, I really love that game. Another game I played, I hope I didn't ruin everything by touching my microphone wire. I played Superliminal. I talked about this. Yeah, I said that I was excited for it last time we played. And it's amazing. Where's my video? I'm trying to find it. So it's a game I showed you guys last time. It's a game which is all about crazy perspective. Here's some footage. Wow, MrWoodenSheep is live. That's crazy. So you can see I picked up this tiny little cheese and you just like walk backwards and you just create a perspective where it looks like it's giant cheese, and then you release it and it's giant cheese. And here this hallway blew my mind. And I actually did a very was very careful about.
What did you pick?
What? Cheese. You can watch it at the beginning of my review. Cheese.
Yeah.
I was very careful in my review to show as little footage as possible because there's so many mind fucks in the game throughout. Like the game, you think you learn its tricks, and then 1 minute later does something else, and you're like, "What did I just see?" And yeah.
I've seen I've seen a little bit more of it. I thought it looked really cool. I'll get it at some point.
Yeah.
It looked like it actually is like mind blowing. I saw the one thing. I'll try to say without spoiling anything. I saw the scene with the moon and the door.
Right.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was a very cool puzzle.
There's like, it's just crazy. You wouldn't expect.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. I really love the game. It's a little bit short. I mean, we played it like the whole afternoon. I just wanted more maybe, but then also maybe it would get a little bit tedious and lose its specialness. It really feels like you really get Portal vibes from it, but also Stanley Parable. It's not as funny, but there's like just strangeness, like with there's a little bit of story that's kind of sprinkled in, and that kind of gives me the Stanley Parable vibes. Yeah, it's a really good game. I really liked it. I want it to come to Steam one day so I can get my achievements, because right now it's only on Epic. But
yeah, there's no achievements on Epic, right?
Nope, no achievements, no overlay, no cloud, no a lot of things. It's actually The more I use Epic, the more I'm like convinced that it's really not that functional. Like it's fine. It's better than Uplay. Maybe.
Yeah, we can talk about the Windows Store in a second too.
But yeah, that's Superliminal.
Okay, wait, can we do this real quick? I want to fucking vent. Oh my god, I'm a gamer for like a million years now, and I've used all of the platforms. I've been on GOG. I've been on like the Epic, the Epic thing, Origin. I've used that for like an extended amount of time. I have never met such a piece of shit program like the Xbox Store thing, the Xbox Game Pass Store, because like I have Discord Nitro, so I got it like a 3-month thing, and I started using it, and it's so incredibly laggy. They have no clue what they're doing. You cannot limit downloads. If you download one thing, it wants to download everything at once. The pages don't load for like 10 seconds sometimes. The whole program just lags, and like I don't know how the fuck does a $1 billion company not manage to figure out how the fuck you make a decent fucking launcher. Holy shit.
I mean, to be fair to them, it's supposedly in beta now. That's why you're paying less for the Game Pass. But still, yeah, I ran into problems, but I threw it away for like, this is like day one stuff. For like the whole, oh my god, I just remembered that I had this issue. It was so fucking annoying. I was trying to download Gears of War, and it just wouldn't, nothing.
It's not a war anymore, it's just Gears 5.
Yeah, no, the first one. I was trying to download Gears of War.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was just downloading issues, and it was so annoying. And Simi said basically what you just said now, because I don't know if you remember that I said a few months ago we finally got Minecraft because I wanted to play with her a little bit. We finally got to that, and it's the same shit. She was like, how is this fucking Microsoft mess things up so bad? Because the Windows 10 version of Minecraft has also so many annoying issues when it comes to multiplayer. Like it changes your skins for you and whatever, and achievements aren't working, and it's like, I don't know, how have you not nailed this down? But I mean, the game is functional, it's fine, but it's just annoying. It wastes our time.
Yeah. But wait, before I go on about like this is a hard pivot, but I need to delete this thing finally.
Yeah.
Dude, everything. I need to delete this text file because I saved up all my Metal Gear questions in like one text file. This is the last one that I forgot. Fuck. In Metal Gear 3, it's like you need to be top secret. This is why all of the weapons have to be procured on site. So that you leave no evidence that the Americans were here. And then he like fucking jumps off the helicopter and he has no weapons, so he doesn't like show that he's from the US. And then on his back there's a fucking bottle that says US property on it. I'm like, all right, dude, fuck off.
Well, he's just gonna be very careful and not drop the bottle, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could also be very careful and not drop the gun, but
yeah.
Okay, that's the last.
You made me just want to play Hitman, because I used to love in Hitman, like collecting all the weapons in Blood Money, collecting all the weapons and like putting them in the chest and collecting them. And
maybe I should replay it now after Metal Gear.
Have you played Blood Money? That's the one I started on and fell in love with.
No, I just played
Hitman, the
5.
reboot.
Yeah.
I mean, that one is
the one with the one that's like just Hitman.
Yeah. I mean, when I freshly played on the podcast, I think I was heavily debating if it finally took #1 place over Blood Money. I think it did. That's a really amazing game. So if you don't like that, then you're not gonna like the others probably.
I mean, I'll get back into it. It was okay.
I loved it, man. I loved it. I'm itching for more.
Yeah, since we were on the Game Pass, I've like a couple games more there.
Sure.
I'm gonna just go over them really quickly. So there was one game that took me by surprise a long while ago. I thought it looked really cool. And that is Ape Out.
Yeah, that game looks
we
good.
talked about a little bit earlier. It looks like Hotline Miami, but you're a monkey.
I
I only
mean,
played for like
yeah.
an hour or two, but it feels really solid. But like that like really weird. Like, I don't know if you had that. When you play Hotline Miami, do you get, like, motion sick
No,
because it, like, waves?
but I
Okay.
can see that.
Yeah, I didn't get motion sick in Hotline Miami at all. I kind of do in Ape Out.
Right.
It's like way more stylized. And
yeah, I can
it's-
see like the walls, even the way they move
Yeah,
are like very.
the walls. It's kind of like you have like field of view.
Yeah.
But sometimes you see like the field of view from enemies. But that's like the entire walls, and the walls go up like infinitely. There's no like top of the ceiling or something. It's just all walls.
Yeah,
It's kinda
that's
hard
pretty
to
cool.
explain.
But I'm showing
looks really
I'm showing
cool.
footage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really cool. But I can see how that could happen.
Yeah, and there's like no menus either. Like there's the one main menu, I guess, but like the level announcements and stuff. It's like very in-game. It's a very, very, very unique game. One of the like most unique games I ever played. It's really, really like not gameplay-wise, but the way it's like presented and the art style and stuff. It's like very, very different
Looks
game.
really cool.
Let me just go through this
Sure.
like one quick, and then yeah. Then this is like a 10 second. I looked at Portal Bridge Builder, whatever the fuck
Bridge
it's called.
Constructor.
Bridge Constructor Portal. That game is literally just you build bridges and you drive forklifts through, and there's Portal. It's a good game though. If you like the
I
bridge
really
building
liked
game,
Bridge Constructor. The original.
I haven't played that. I really want to. I really want to play that. But this looks very, very similar, except it has portals too.
Yeah. I mean, if,
And
it's the same shit.
all of the portal things.
Yeah,
And
it
then
looks like fun.
yeah, one last game that I've played so far on the Game Pass is Snake Pass. I don't know if you heard of that game.
Yeah, dude, I love Snake Pass. I reviewed it a long time ago, and it was super underrated.
Yeah, like
ouch.
I've seen like good stuff. I've mostly because I watched like a bunch of Mark Brown. He does like really, really good videos on a lot of things. And I saw him praise that game too. I didn't know you played it.
I
honestly.
love it. I love it. Love that
It's
game.
like super unique. I'm really bad at it, turns out. But
It takes
I love
time.
Yeah, it's like fuck. You should 100% put that like pretty soon on your list when you're done with Zelda. You should play Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, it's this. No, it's not the same people, but it gives me those vibes. Yeah.
It's very much those vibes. And also, by the way, in case you think it's like a long game, you can like just finish Banjo-Kazooie in like one day if you play the entire day,
Right.
and like 8 to 10 hours. And if you want to 100% it, maybe 20 if you look.
I was still wondering if I should let's play it or not, because I love these kind of games on my
You
like
probably should. Yeah.
my
There's
favorite
still a big
let's plays
story.
are these my favorite let's plays on the channel are these like old games, but I don't know Banjo-Kazooie enough to know if it would work.
It's like perfect for that kind of. I mean, you played Super Mario 64, right?
Yeah.
Imagine Super Mario 64, except if you like you have 10 stars in every level, and the stars don't boot you out. Like
Yeah,
you just
I
go
don't
and
even
you
know-
can 100% every level.
I don't even know if Mario
And-
64 would be good for let's play honestly anymore, because the reason like Rayman and Crash and stuff they work because it's not open, it's very linear, and there's always like fun new characters and things to look at. But Mario 64 and what it sounds like Banjo is it's an open map, and people just have to watch me solve how to find the puzzle piece.
But yeah,
don't know.
there's like fun things too. Anyways, like one of the like gimmicks of the game is that you can transform into other things, and that's like one of the main gimmicks. And you learn like new abilities, and there's always like some fun stuff. I don't know.
I'll
yeah,
think about it. Yeah,
I can kind
I
of.
want to play it either way. I will at some point.
Yeah, it's a pretty short game, so you can like finish it relatively fast. So yeah, that's that.
That's your list.
That's the stuff from the Epic Store. But yeah, you go ahead. I don't want to talk for 2 hours in a row.
I mean, there's not. I don't really have that much. I guess I just wanted to mention that I tried Gun Crazy. It's an old school kind of Contra Metal Slug like game. Here's some footage. It definitely feels very old school. There's like dashing, you shoot enemies, everything's like exploding. That's it. It's just a side scroller kind of game like this. Nothing that special in my opinion. But I just wanted to give a short review. I tried it and maybe people are interested in it. It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. That's the review.
Yeah.
It's not one of your like 2-second reviews, and all you do is just show like one clip of the game and say it's okay.
I think I talked on the podcast that I played Secret Neighbor. Did I talk about Secret Neighbor? I don't
think you ever did.
I don't think I ever did.
I think you mentioned it like once, but didn't like elaborate.
Okay, so Secret Neighbor is a spin-off of Hello Neighbor. Probably have heard of it. Secret Neighbor is a game that's it's a party game. There's a lot of people that play it in one match, 5-6 people, and they're all kids, and one of them is secretly the neighbor, and he has to eliminate all the kids, and all the kids have their own different abilities. They need to try and find the keys and open the basement door, and the neighbor can go around through his little secret entrances in the house and eliminate them. And it's a lot of fun. Since we got review codes, I've been playing it. I mean, I'm like at 30 hours now or something. We play it very frequently, so if you ever grab it, tell me, then we'll be happy to play with you.
Yeah,
I love the
quite
game.
look like the game I would, but yeah.
Yeah, I really love it, and we've gotten really good at it. It's so funny. I really love that game. But this actually made me interested in playing Hello Neighbor, which is the original game, which I've been hearing about for years. And that game is really really interesting, one of a kind.
What's that one about?
So Hello Neighbor is a game I'm trying to find, because there's like 20 versions of this game.
I have it on the Epic Store. Not on the Epic, on the
I really
Xbox.
wonder if you'd like it, Tommy. I really wonder. So the game is... I'm going to try to show some footage here. So basically you're a curious kid that you're like... you check out this guy's house from outside. You're like, what? You hear some screaming, some kids screaming. You're like, what the hell? I'm going to go investigate. And the game doesn't tell you anything. There's no tutorial. It's just... you try and investigate his house without him catching you. And if he catches you, it just resets you to the main road and you can go back to his house again. But you basically can like break the windows, enter his house from different places. His house is a bit crazy, a little bit fantastical. Like the staircases kind of defy gravity sometimes, and shit just gets really weird. And you just try to navigate it. And throughout the game, this trailer is showing so much story. You probably shouldn't watch it. But yeah, they like kind of sprinkle in some story about what the neighbor's deal is. It's very janky, but that is kind of the price for the ultimate freedom that the game gives you. So basically, like if you see something, you're like, I think I can reach to that. I can reach up to that. You actually can stack boxes and stuff. And there's a lot of physics-based puzzles and parkour that comes with that. But because of that, it's a little bit like, sometimes you need to be very specific. And there's multiple ways of solving stuff. That
actually sounds awesome. Yeah,
try it. You might have to use a walkthrough at times. I had to consult one sometimes. But it was really, really, really fun. I really, really loved it. A lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
So
I just got your message on Epic. I didn't see I had one. Not on Epic, on the Xbox Game Pass. Yes, it does say your real name. The fucking Game Pass fucking doxes you, dude. I mean, it shows your entire name.
The thing is, you're probably only friending people that you know.
I guess, but still, like you could like be like, oh yeah, this guy probably has this username, and then you could figure out who it is. I don't know. It's really weird, but yeah.
So there's that.
Here's one thing. Yeah. I'll just mention it real quick because I haven't played I need to play more. It's called Axiom Verge. It's apparently like a relatively old game by today's standards.
I really want to play it.
But damn, it's like, I was like, yeah, this looks like Metroid. And then I play it and I'm like, this is Metroid. This is Metroid, but with a risk. It's like literally the same. You even have like the dumb statues where you can pick up like stuff from.
Right.
And like new items, and the frequency of items you're getting is really like really the same. Mm-hmm. And but honestly, what I didn't like about, maybe it's because I'd seen it so much, I feel like the items in Metroid were always like super cookie cutter. Like
I
you
think
get,
it just. I think it started that. It's just you've played so many other games that have stuff like that since.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh yeah, you get your like running boots, you get your grip that you can grip on the walls.
Yeah.
But this one is like a little bit different, where for like minus bullet, this is like 10 minutes in, you get like a drill instead of like a shot. So you get a drill, you can attack with the drill, you can like kill enemies with it, but you can also drill through walls.
Yeah.
It's like really cool. Like actually interesting items.
It looks really fun. I've been itching. I finished all the 2D Metroids, so I'm itching for more. So
yeah, you should. You should play
that.
that. And this is literally just a really good Metroid.
Yeah.
So far as I've played.
Yeah, I'll do that. What was I?
Do you have another?
Yeah, no. If you have another, go for it.
Okay, I still have a couple.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. I'll try and go as fast as possible, but I will not remember most of it by the next podcast. So one thing I'm in the middle of, probably halfway through now, is Guacamelee 2, and I've played that with my sister. We played the first game together. We sat down like one evening when she was here, and we were playing through the entire thing in co-op. It was super duper fun. I love Guacamelee. It's like one of the best platformer brawler kind of things that I've played.
Yeah, I really like the first one.
And 2 is literally the same. It's Guacamelee 1, but it's a little bit better. And yeah, it's just more. There was one thing that really annoyed me in 1, and that was, have you played it co-op?
We did, and then Simi dropped out because it was a bit annoying to play in co-op.
Yeah, there was like one mechanic that fucked. Oh my god, I hated this. There was like a mechanic where you could switch worlds. There was always like a dark world and a light world.
Right.
And you could like switch, but it would switch the entire screen. If you play co-op, there's like jumping puzzles where you have to like really precisely press the switch button so you can like grab onto one wall that only exists in one plane of existence, I guess.
Right.
And and that would like fuck you, because one guy would make it and then the other one would just fall down because you can't like time your jumps perfectly. Right? We have to do it for 2 people, and they fixed that by making so you can switch like your own world. But other than that, it's pretty much the same game, and it's really, really fun. And what's also noteworthy is we used the new Steam Remote thing to play. So for anybody who doesn't know, Steam Remote gives you, it's basically, it sends all the signals from your controller through your internet connection to the other screen. And Guacamelee 2, and the first one too, is a local co-op game. And my sister lives like pretty far away from me. So we can't always like sit together and play together. But we can now play online with this. And I was the one connecting to her. She has the game. It was a little bit like, the screen kind of like sometimes lags, and it's not perfect. It's like watching like a 720p YouTube video.
It depends on who streams it, I've noticed.
Yeah, also depends on my fucking internet connection, I guess.
But it's better than nothing. Like,
yeah, and honestly, dude, I mean, you've played it. Like, you have to be pretty precise too, and pretty fast to play Guacamelee. And it's like, it's a fighting game too. Like, you have to actually like do combos and stuff. And it's like, it's definitely possible. It's like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all if you're like in the same country.
I love it. I love it. This is why I love Steam, man, and that's why I love Valve. Like, I love that they do stuff like that. It's really cool. We're actually gonna record a game soon. With exactly that, we're gonna try.
Oh hell yeah! I'm excited.
Me too. I'm really excited. I think it's.
And we can finally play Overcooked online. I think we should do a 4-man Overcooked session at some point. That sounds like fucking awesome. Yeah. Go ahead.
Quick clarification. Guff told me that apparently Epic does have cloud save these days, so you know.
Damn.
And I also noticed that when I moved to his chat, your profile picture became a stroopwafel. So.
Wait, mine?
Yeah, no, because I'm like on Discord, just the positioning of it, and I was sitting on it like this for a while. I didn't notice, and then it caught my eye. And I was like, oh, he's a waffle now. Okay, I should change that.
Well, that sounds good.
So yeah, is that your list? Keep going, man. If you've got more.
Okay, cool.
If you've got more, keep going.
I don't want to talk for a million hours.
No, that's usually me. So go for it.
Cool. Look, I am old school. I played Modern Warfare 2 again. I got fucking addicted. That game is awesome. It's because I didn't want to buy the new game because I was like, none of my friends is playing it, and I don't want to like play it alone.
think Rage
Now I
has
play
it.
Modern Warfare 2 alone.
Rage has it if you
yeah.
want to grab it.
Yeah, but
I don't know how much he's
like
playing
it's
it,
Call of
though.
Duty,
Yeah, it's
and I have
COD.
so much other shit to play.
Yeah.
Like I know. But yeah, it's Modern Warfare 2. I'm having a lot of fun.
You're a waffle again. Every time you become a waffle, you see that Guff sent me a message.
Okay, gotcha.
Where he said he tried Overcooked via Steam Share and it worked really well. So
Wait, I can't see the waffle. Okay.
you have to give it some
I
time.
just tried myself. Okay. Oh yeah. Modern Warfare 2 is kind of dead though. Like,
I mean, it's to be expected, but I mean,
Yeah,
if you're still
it
finding
is.
matches, that's fine.
It is, but I'm kind of scared because if you play team deathmatch, you get into a hack lobby every time, and these people get creative with it. There's like a kill streak in Modern Warfare 2 where you become like a massive gunship called an AC-130, and you can shoot shit from like the sky. You get it for like a couple seconds. And so I was in the server where you're just that gunship on the ground, like you're just a man walking around shooting massive fucking rockets out of your ass. Great.
That happened in Overwatch. They had, you know, those like PvE missions they have every now and again, the events. Have you played any of those?
I haven't, no.
Okay. Well, there's just co-op missions where you fight AI. They're pretty fun, and there's one like big tank Orisa kind of shaped robot, and someone played that in a multiplayer match. I think I watched it on a video. I don't think it happened in my match. And also I played Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 at some point, and someone was playing as a potted plant. Like, I don't know, have you played?
I mean, that sounds like Plants vs Zombies to me.
No, yeah, but they were playing as, I don't know if you've played the game, but there's playable characters, but then you can also plant like little turret plants in like old school PvZ, but they're scattered throughout the map and they shoot. And someone was playing as one of those running around, and like the rig for the model was so fucked up, like it was like it was really messed up. And I shadow played. I'll put it at some point on my channel.
You're playing as a boss as well.
Cool.
And you're playing as a boss, Sumit said, yeah, but I can't get mad at hacks like that. Like whatever.
Yeah, that is
it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to fucking hang on that too much. One thing that's been announced and like, no, because nobody plays it, nobody talks about it, is Path of Exile 2 has been announced like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they pulled an Overwatch 2.
And they kind of did, yeah. And like they were anticipating it. I'm pretty like, I'm not like typing anything or stuff, but I'm still subscribed to the Path of Exile Reddit, and I see the developers in there, and they were hyping that thing up. They were like, oh my god, this is gonna be so big, and it was really big. They announced like a full new campaign. They announced basically they doubled the classes. They had like 10 classes, and you can no wait, how many is it? I think it's 8. I'm not sure. But you can ascend them throughout the game, so you get like subclasses, kind of like WoW, where the mage can turn into a necromancer or like a elemental mage or a shadow mage, sort of. And then the warrior can turn into like a barbarian or like a two-handed warrior type of dude, or a tank, or like whatever. And they doubled those pretty much, so you can have you have like double the class. It's pretty nuts, actually. And a whole new campaign, and apparently it's enough to make it Path of Exile 2. They completely overhaul the engine, they completely overhaul the thing, and it's not really a second game. Like, it's actually still the same game because it's a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
And they just combine both of them into one. It's like
that's what Overwatch
a
is
really
doing.
crazy
That's exactly
thing.
what Overwatch is doing, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
No, it's exactly the
like
same. It's exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you just transfer the skins from A to B.
No, it's gonna be the same client.
Oh.
Which is why it's more perplexing. Both of them, in my opinion, should have just been Overwatch and Path of Exile 2.0. That way it's like, this is a massive update, but it's the same game. Like, but I guess this way it's more publicity. It seems like more of a new game, so a lot of people who maybe dropped out of those games are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get the second one, even though it's, you know. So I kind of see why it would work from publicity standpoint.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's like it's just like so crazy for me to see. Like, Oh my god, I need to fucking praise those people into heaven and hell. They had they
Hell
announced
too,
it.
okay.
Well, no, yeah, I guess if some of them go to hell, they get into good hell.
All right.
The like when you watch something like BlizzCon or something, they stand on stage like fucking robots. They're like, "Oh, here is Overwatch 2. Enjoy. We have worked on this our whole lives. We have spent so much power and energy into this." And like, it's just like you can see it's all like just fucking marketing. I don't like nobody cares, right? But then they made their own con and their own like they made their own event. And the dude that stands on stage is actually like the CEO, that guy that worked with his like 5 or 10 man team at the start when they started making this game. And he stands on stage and he's like choking up. He's almost crying. He's like so happy that he's finally able to announce this game. And
I mean,
like
I don't know.
he
A lot
even
of the
says it so
a lot of the
on
times
stage.
the crying and stuff makes me roll my eyes a little bit.
No,
it
you can
depends on how
actually
it comes
see
off.
he's like those people are so like
All right.
like you can really see that they really care for their game.
I mean, I think it's unfair to compare them to like Blizzard. Like they're veterans. They're not gonna choke up at every game they release now. You know.
Well, yeah, obviously. Like old Blizzard was like this too, though. Old Blizzard was like when they were on BlizzCon, they also always seemed like they like. Just a bunch of like they're nerds playing and making video games.
But
And
yeah,
now I
it's
have
nice
a game
to
with
see. It's nice to see when they care, because like at E3, a lot of the times it's just like some fucking Xbox CEO, and he's like, I mean, it's been made fun of a million times, but this groundbreaking, immersive, whatever the fuck, and it's just like all these marketing words, and then it's not even someone who worked on the game. They're just presenting it, and yeah. So yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's nice when you see someone that cares about it.
Like they genuinely like they deserve everything they're getting. They're such good people. And the if there's like something wrong with the game, it actually gets addressed like almost instantly. If something people don't like, it gets added. Yeah, like everything. And the expansion, or the 2, I guess, has pretty much everything I wanted minus the auction house. I don't know why they're not doing an auction house, but fuck that.
All right, that's good.
Another game that I've always heard about a lot, and I finally got to play too. I need to finish it. I have like started a million games that I need to finish. Is Celeste. Celeste is came out like 2 years ago, I think.
And it's like 2018 January. Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
It's like. It's a platformer, and it looks like I don't even know what I could describe it as. It's
I'm
a
showing
platformer.
footage. Yeah. It looks just like
most people have seen it.
It looks like pure platformer. Like
it's pretty much like
timing.
a relatively pure platformer. Yeah, and it's hard. Like if you play it normally, it's pretty like okay. But if there's like bonus shit all over the place. There's like little I forgot what it is. Like little things that you can collect, and even the character even says, "Hey, those are only so you can brag in front of your friends that you got them. They don't do anything." I'm like, cool, I'll collect them anyways. And then, oh my god, look at her! I see that you put the gameplay out. Oh my god, look at her here. When she like talks, her face, she's like a really cute little girl, and the characters are really cool. Like she's really cool. Then there's like a guy that you meet that helps you like figure shit out, and there's like a story developing there. It's really cool.
It looks really. I'm really excited to play it. I have it on Epic,
and it got pretty deep too. I was like, I thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be a little like cute little platformer, but it actually also dives into like little like more depressing topics.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Okay, fucking rattling off. I need to be faster. Next. I already have like 3 left, okay? One more game that I finished. I actually finished that one. It wasn't that long. Called Minute. That came out like a year ago
really
too.
fun, yeah.
I thought so too, and then I played it. Was okay.
Oh really? Okay.
It was that great. It's like imagine 2D Zelda, but the point of the game is you only have 1 minute to do a thing at a time, and then it does kind of like a little bit convoluted puzzles. And you get a new item. It's made for multiple playthroughs. I'm not gonna play the second time. I'm sorry. But yeah, you kind of just look around and do all the things around you. Like it's not bad at all. It's a fun little time waster, but it's not like groundbreaking or anything. I just thought the general vibe of the game was cool.
All right.
One thing you kind of talked me into trying was Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
I know 10 years too late to the hype, but I'm gonna bring up my Goat Simulator Let's Play next week. No, fuck that. Don't like it. It's a dumb little playground. It's Goat Simulator. I mean, everybody's seen it at that point. Didn't like it.
Yeah. I think it gets a bad rep, in a kind of unfair way. Like, I don't know, a lot of people call it like YouTuber bait, stuff like that, but it kind of is the game that generated that genre, and obviously when it was created, it wasn't intended for that necessarily.
Yeah.
And I agree that for the most part, a broken game isn't fun, but I don't think this game is broken or janky in the traditional way. It's like so broken and silly, but it's still a perfectly functional game. You never run into a bug. You know what I mean? It's just like the ragdolls are stupid, and
I don't know if I agree with that.
Did you actually get like bugs, like bugs?
No. No, I disagree with the fact that they can be like fun or anything. Like the one thing that in the first level, it seems pretty polished. Like it's some dumb fun little mini game thing. And like I can respect that's just not for me. But then I went to another level, which was apparently like a payday level, and one of the like quote unquote gimmicks was that somebody just didn't finish making a mechanic where like you can drive. There's a dolphin in a wheelchair, and you can like lift and you can like lift the wheelchair up and down.
Yeah.
So it goes like a little bit higher, but they just didn't implement a limit. So you can go literally kilometers up into the sky, and the wheelchair is like still driving. It's the most jank shit I've ever played.
That's so funny. I don't see what the problem with that is. What's the
I don't know.
What's the
It's
problem
like,
with no
it
limit?
just feels. I don't know. It feels really, really stupid that even is a thing.
I don't see
know.
why. It's totally up to the player if they want to go up and up.
I understand that, but like,
I mean, I tried that DLC. I couldn't get into it, but I really loved the original game and the medieval DLC. Like, I love exploration games, and that game gets there's so many hidden secrets, and it just gets so weird. And also, I played in co-op with Simi, which I'm sure helped a lot. But I genuinely love that game. I really, really love that game. The base game at least, and the medieval DLC. Those are really fun. But I mean, I see that it's not for everyone. But I just defend the game a little bit. Like, I think it's fine to be, as long as it's functional. Like the game isn't broken in a certain way. It's broken in another way. I don't know how to explain it, but
well, yeah, it's just jank on purpose.
Yeah. But there's a lot of jank on purpose games that aren't fun. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these shit Steam asset flips. It's jank, but it's funny, right? But no, it's not. But there's something about Goat Simulator. The way Goat Simulator does it is different for me. But yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, I have 2.5 more.
And a half.
Okay,
right?
and a half. That was free, I think, on Epic recently. Bad North Jotun, which it's like a roguelike strategy game, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like it seemed alright. It just took like it's a how do you explain this? It's like you on an island and you get a couple soldiers and you just have to defend that island. Pretty simple. One problem I found, and that made me like not replay it already. Think I did like 3 sessions, and every time you play for half an hour and there's no challenge whatsoever. You just kind of build up your thing, and but it's like an hour, half an hour, dude. It just wastes like so much of your time, not being like not much fun because it's just no challenge.
Right.
And out of nowhere, it's like, you just defended 8 islands with like three people coming in one boat. He's like 20 in a big boat, and then you get fucked. Like, yeah. But it's a nicely designed game in general. I quite like it. I just wish it wasn't so like weird and easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's rated. I just saw it. Let me see. Yeah, overwhelmingly positive, recent. So
Maybe I should play it a little bit more, but it just seemed like it wasted my time for much. But yeah, there's like some really cool like random shit that's like different from a lot of games. Like it's very unique, definitely.
Yeah.
Something I totally dived into like for an hour or so. Nuclear Throne. It's like Enter the Gungeon. It's like Enter the Gungeon, but I thought it wasn't that great.
Probably because you played Enter the Gungeon first, because I think that's a newer, more. I haven't played that yet, but I love Nuclear Throne. I love the characters. The music is so cool, and it's really
very satisfying to play.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's one of those games that I play for years and I still haven't beaten it. Then again, I'm not like playing it every day all day, but I'm like, it's been a few months, let me play one session, and I get to like a certain point, I'm like, all right, I'm not getting to the throne, it's fine.
It's nice to actually like all of those games I just talked about were like, especially Nuclear Throne was like one of those games I heard about this a million times, and finally playing all of those, even if it's just for a little bit, I'm like, hell yeah. I got it out of my system. It's done. I can I could relate.
Yeah, I really like that game.
Yeah. I can see, I don't know when Nuclear Throne came out. It looks pretty old. But I can see stuff like Binding of Isaac take a lot of inspiration from it in some way.
Yeah, I think Isaac predates this game maybe. This came out 2015 December.
Whoa, okay, yeah, that's like way.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac.
I thought Nuclear Throne was much older.
It's 2011.
Yeah, I thought Nuclear Throne was much older.
No.
But okay, I'm completely wrong then. Well, it took shit from Isaac then. And the last half game that I played, and I would recommend wholeheartedly, is Data Wing. That's a phone game. I was looking for sick phone games. I am having so much trouble, like in general, falling asleep and stuff. Anyways, and when I'm like trying to fall asleep for an hour, I wake up again. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so energetic. I need to do something. So I usually whip up my phone and play stuff, but all of the stuff that I had like sucked. And I found it like the very bottom of some Reddit thread. I found this game, and it's like you know if you ever played Asteroids, like the original, you have like the same kind of like spaceship.
Yeah,
sort of
I
thing.
can see, and the control scheme is probably the same.
No, you just have two boosters, one left and one right, and if you hold both down, they work together. And the gimmick of the game is that if you hover next to, like, if you kind of like slide next to a wall and your booster hits the wall, you get a speed boost.
Right.
And it's really, really, really satisfying to play. It's a dumb little phone game, but it's so much fun. It's actually like crazy. Gives me kind of like F-Zero vibes. And there's like different small little challenges that you have to do. Most of the stuff that I have played so far was really easy, but then you have sometimes you have missions where it's like, oh, you can beat it in like beat the timer in or beat the level in 25 seconds. Like, oh, that's easy. But then there's two more where you have to beat the timer in like 10 seconds and then 5 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's like, those are like really, really, really difficult. And then, oh yeah, you just saw it too. There was like a little menu with like ones and zeros. And it actually, look, I tried to understand like in binary. I sort of understood it before, sort of. But this game actually teaches you with like a little like side mini game. It teaches you binary in a like very, very cool to understand way. And you have to do little binary puzzles. And it's super fun.
All right.
And super entertaining. You should give it a try. You really should.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It looks really boring, but
really,
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like something for me. But I'll give it a go if you.
It looks.
I thought so. Really recommend it. I'll.
Like it's like you kind of it kind of looks like you're just like you're just driving from A to B, but the skill ceiling in this game is ridiculously high.
Yeah, I can tell. Probably playing is gonna be a different experience.
Yeah, it looks super easy, but it's actually like difficult.
Yeah.
We have the same phone, so it's gonna lag a little bit on yours, but it's like definitely playable.
All right, nice.
Yeah, very fun. Damn, I went through my entire list. That was a lot, a lot of shit. Do you have anything else?
I have very few things. We can like close it off soon. Just wanted to mention that Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna have mocapped sex scenes. So that's kind of cool.
All right. I wonder how they did that.
Probably just some people dry humping each other in mocap suits.
I would assume so.
And it's
but,
first
like,
person the
dude,
whole
that
game
sounds so-
apparently. All the cutscenes. So
Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's gonna be something.
it's gonna be something, yeah. So that's kind of cool. Another thing was basically I have like nothing to talk about. Okay, I mean it's actually good that you had so many games to talk about today because yeah. Okay, so I actually wanted to speak a little bit about Breath of the Wild. I play a little bit more. I still haven't gone that far.
right.
Like I completed one of these major guardians. I did the elephant
Which one? Oh yeah. Okay. Good. I was still not 100% sure if you caught it or not.
So are you? When you were saying that there's a really bad voice actor and I'll notice them, was it?
You'll notice it wasn't there. No,
It wasn't the fish princess?
It wasn't the fish.
Okay, do you
princess.
agree that she's really bad?
She's pretty bad,
okay.
but the guy that you'll see is on a different level.
Okay, but
Should I tell you which race he
no,
is?
no. I
Okay,
want to keep
I'll just
guessing.
tell you
Every
it's a guy.
episode, I'll be like, it's not this one? And you're like, no, that was pretty bad too, but nope. Yeah, she's awful. It's to me, she's on the level of that anime game that I talked about last episode. She's not only her voice acting, but the character, the writing, like.
I was about to say, yeah,
She's
the
like this,
writing is worse.
she's this innocent princess, and she
I
talks.
will heal you.
I'm so beautiful. And dude, there's a cutscene where Link like remembers her, and she's healing him, like bandaging him on the elephant. That
Yep.
cutscene drove me fucking crazy, man. Like, it was like 5 minutes of her saying the same thing. She was like, I don't remember exactly what it was now, but it was like, I'm gonna
She
heal
says,
you.
I will heal you.
Yeah. She's like, I will heal you because I love you because you're injured, and because you're injured, I'm gonna heal you because you're the love of my life, and I will make your wounds better because you're hurting. And I was like, shut the fuck up, man. I'm pretty patient with characters, and like I rarely am like, oh, I don't care if this person dies or whatever. This one, I don't give a fuck. And
you're lucky to hear. Well, you're probably pretty happy to hear that you won't hear much more of her. Like,
I mean,
that's-
every time my power regenerates, the thing is regenerated.
is now ready.
I'm like, shut the fuck up, man, please. It's so annoying. But
it's really good power.
it's a
holy
good power.
shit.
It's my first one. I was like, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's a good game though. I'm enjoying it. But I just wanted to trash her a little bit.
Yeah, she's a really shit character.
Yeah.
This is the reason why Zelda games or Nintendo games in general don't get voice acting.
No, but
okay?
it's fucking dude. It's not hard to get a good voice actor, man. There's so many talented people. How
Well,
did
I
they
mean
get
that was
someone
writing too.
Yeah, the writing as well, for sure. Yeah, maybe the actor was she probably delivered it exactly how they wanted it. Maybe the actor was totally
Honestly,
fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the actor. It wasn't like it definitely wasn't like an outstanding, super great performance. But I think like it's like
I think you're right. Yeah, the writing is to be
by the
blamed more there, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to just give a little moment that Oh, actually, I'm not sure if this was a DLC that I played. Did you play the DLCs?
Yeah. I played most of it.
I ended up on an island where they took away all my equipment. Is that a
Oh,
DLC?
that's not a DLC.
Oh, that's not a DLC. That was so fun. That was like being on those TV reality shows where like,
Yeah, that is
Survivor-
really awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it makes
loved
you like reconsider a lot of things too. Like if you don't have like a sick fucking weapon, there's a couple giants on that island too that you have to kill, right?
It's just one. Yeah.
Or yeah, maybe it's just one.
Mhm.
But you have to like actually like think about how you handle that. Like what I did on like my relatively recent playthrough is I just ignored that fucker. I jumped on him and then I was like, you can jump on his belly and
I was
then you
wondering
can just
if you could do
steal-
that. I tried to
Yeah, you
climb
can
up
steal it.
without waking him up, but he woke up, so I was like, oh, maybe that's not possible. But I guess
No,
if
you can
land,
jump from the mountain. Yeah, you can jump from the mountain
that's
and
so
then land.
cool. I love that. That's what I love about. That's really that. If there's one thing to compliment about the game, it's that like everything you can think of works, and it's unlike other games.
Have you had the thunderstorm yet?
I was just about to talk about that. So,
Sure.
but before we go into that, just that island was so cool. It like that was the one thing that's kind of sad about this, and I felt this way about Dying Light, which might sound like a very strange comparison, is that I love the beginning of both of those games where you feel weak and like I'm just hitting with sticks and then like, oh, quickly grab this weapon. But like now I have so many decently strong weapons that they last me a while and I have decent health and stuff. And that island brought back the beginning of the game for me again, where it's like I'm just scrounging for shit the whole time.
Yeah.
And Dying Light was the same. Like the weapons, you'd hit the zombies like 10 times. It's like, he's not fucking dying. And that's how a zombie should be. And it was the first time I felt that way in a zombie game. Like they're actually undead. And your weapon like breaks and whatever. But then like by the end, you're using the same weapon and you're like one-shotting zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, like the enemies grow around you though too.
Yeah,
like, you get the same enemies, but they change like colors.
For sure, you can still get like one shot, and it happens all the time. Yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoy that kind of thing, maybe when you're done and you're still itching for a little bit more, just play the master mode. The master mode makes everything like much more difficult.
Right.
Like for me, it made me avoid a lot of combat if I don't like have to fight something, because I have to go through like half my inventory to kill shit.
Yeah.
The enemies are so tanky, and you have to actually like get creative. Like there's some like I'm assuming you stumbled into most of the items, or like most of the like ideas. Like there's like stuff that can freeze shit, right? So
no, what do you mean? Like I have the spell where you can freeze water.
No, not like spells, like weapons. That's like frost weapons.
Right, yeah, I've run into elemental weapons, yeah. I haven't run into frost one, but that's fine, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's like frost weapons that can freeze enemies, or like, yeah, there's several ways to like freeze enemies, and then they're like stuck in place. And what I like to do is to just like when they're frozen, you can either pick them up and throw them, or you can like use some other item to like, or you can even like stasis them and then hit them and they fly really far. But usually I just like freeze them and then toss them off a cliff or something with a leaf. There's like so much cool shit that you can do.
But yeah,
what do you want to do? What do you want to say about the thunderstorm?
The thunderstorm, like that was, first of all, it's so scary. It's so scary. But after I was like walking and my metallic swords are like zzz, zzz, I was like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Am I about to get shocked? And then I died. But later on, there was a group of enemies, and I was like, dude, I wonder if this would work. This would be amazing if this worked. And I was like, there's no way it's good. I know the game is open, but there's no way this is going to work. There's no way. And I waited for the thing to start zapping me, and it was like, zzz, 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 and then I threw the sword at the group of enemies, and it lightning struck. And it was really one of the best moments in gaming for me. I was like, genuinely, I was really fucking blown away by it, that it actually worked. And I was like, that did so much damage, and that was so creative, and it actually worked, and that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I went like one step further. It was kind of an accident, though. I kind of forgot about it. Also, I don't know if you noticed that there's like boomerangs that you can pick up from the enemies, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever like tried throwing them?
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Yeah, you have to actually like press A to like catch them. It's not like an automatic thing, which I think is.
I like
and
that.
I had like, I had one of those like boomerang blades, and I used the boomerang blades to like shoot the boomerang over them, and then the boomerang came back after it delivered its lightning. So it was really cool.
That's cool. But yeah, like, so, wait, where did I even start? First of all, I just wanted to also say, like, yeah, like the towers. I just love how open the game is. I discovered that I climbed a tower the completely wrong way. There's a tower which is like covered in this corrupt purple shit.
Yeah.
And you're meant to, I've read somewhere online, you're meant to like magnetic metal beam and walk across. I never knew that. I just like managed to barely climb up in this certain weird way and like jump onto the tower. I just love that the game is like, that's kind of what I liked about Hello Neighbor. It's like it's so free. And you can kind of break the game, but it still makes sense.
There's no wrong way.
Well, I mean, I think that was a wrong way in one of the very few cases. I think supposedly that was the only way you're meant to do it. It was incredibly janky, but I still did it. And I was talking to Tommy because I don't know if I mentioned it before. I'm playing the game on emulator because it actually runs at 60 FPS and stuff. I can't believe it ran so shit on the Wii U. On the Switch version, is it better at least?
Nope. Well, a little bit, a tiny bit. But like, what will happen on what would annoy me on Wii U is especially at the start it like fucked me so hard. There's like puddles sometimes on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as there's puddles or
Just
like any
frame drop.
water, the frames drop to like 20. And then
I can't
the
believe it
very
released
worst
like
part is the first like that's probably the worst idea that I've ever fucking seen. The first like it's naturally the first thing you go to is the elephant. It's just because the quest kind of like sent you that way. You like it for almost everybody. It's gonna be the first of the
Oh
divine
really?
beast.
I thought I like really went out of the beaten path to get there.
Really? Okay, well
Maybe I
think
did, and then
everybody-
still ended up on it.
pretty much everybody I talked to went to the elephant
Okay.
first. It's like on the way anyway, kind of. Like it absolutely makes sense you stumble into
Right.
the first thing. And that area has the property that elephant thing is spewing water into the sky and makes it rain all the time. Guess what makes the game lag a lot? Rain! So the first like 3 hours or so after you're done with the tutorial, you like go out, you go to the first guardian thing. It just rains the entire time and it lags the fuck out of everything.
And the
it
emulator is
sucks.
just so nice. Like there's like graphics packs, and there's one which like saturates it a little bit, and it looks so nice. But
Yeah.
one problem with emulator I discovered is that you're basically mixing one of the axes
The
for
gyro.
for the gyro
Yeah.
controller.
Oh,
And
have
how-
you figured out the thing sent you?
No, it's okay. But yeah, let me just explain. So, yeah, like, cause the Wii U controller, you can like move it in 3 dimensions, but on the emulator by default, you can only do 2. And I was in these dungeons where you have to like rotate the staircase or whatever, and I was like, am I brain dead? How am I not getting this simple rotation? And then I kind of realized like, oh, I'm missing one of the axes. So, but because the game is so great in a way, like, you can always complete these things in janky ways. Like, me and Tommy talked a little bit about this one. There's one puzzle where you have to roll a ball through a maze and like get onto another platform, and there's just walls, and it's just a huge platform, but I couldn't rotate. It was literally impossible for me to do it on the PC because you can't rotate in that certain way. So I just instead rotated the whole platform upside down where there's no walls, and the ball spawned, and I just like barely balanced it. That took me like an hour. And then I kind of just like flicked it off onto the other platform and got it in. And there was other ones where I just jank solve puzzles, and I love it because the game is so open that it still works, even though it feels so off, but it's still really fun. And there's a lot of other puzzles that also I can do the legit way, but maybe I just don't figure it out and I do it in my own weird convoluted way. But it's just I really love that you can do that stuff.
Yeah, that's like one of the main things about Breath of the Wild that they even, I'm pretty sure they talked about this like a while ago. Like Breath of the Wild is less of this like kind of Zelda thing where you kind of like you're sent from A to B and you get the hook shot now, and then you can do all the shot puzzles. This is more of this is a huge sandbox with a lot of rules, and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So like all of the things interact with each other in like very specific ways. Like I don't know if you noticed that, for example, when you set like grass on fire, it creates like an updraft.
Yeah, I did.
And I started using that like a lot later down the line to just get around. So if you want to like attack a base, like first off, you can also just ignore it. If there's like a base with an item and you're full on money or whatever, like who cares? You don't need to do it. But if you want to attack it, you can throw a bomb and then like accelerate it with a leaf. You can attach like a little balloon to the bomb and then send it out. You know those like Octorok balloon things. I don't know. Have you like noticed that? I'm sorry if I'm spoiling.
No, I didn't know you could do that.
Well, there's like these Octoroks. They drop like balloons, and you can attach them to anything, and the thing just flies
that's
up.
funny.
Like
I didn't know that.
it's kind of like Metal Gear. We're back to Metal Gear. And you can attach it to enemies too. There's like so many dumb things.
But yeah, even like just climbing the elephant trunk, I did it in such a janky ass way. Like,
yeah,
I didn't do it. I was so curious, like, how are you meant to do this? And I looked it up and I figured it out. But yeah, the way I did it, I like lifted the trunk, and then as it was rising, I like jumped and flew onto the other side, and then I like climbed
that's
up.
what I did too.
And I
There's
climbed
a real
up.
way.
Yeah, there's a real way. And I climbed up like the top. When you're at the top, it's basically unclimbable. Like you make it by a pixel. I was like, just try, and I did it, and yeah, but yeah, that was a bit janky. It felt wrong, but yeah, but yeah, that's a really fun game.
I mean,
I'm
the
really,
entire game is kind of jank.
yeah, but
yeah.
I'm just really enjoying discovering stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like what I really like is shield surfing. When I'm on top of the hill, I'm never flying down. I'm always shield surfing all over the place.
I want to, but they always break, and it's just a waste for me. So I really want to though. I really want.
Yeah,
to.
you need some like
Stronger.
yeah. Have you figured out what to do with the cork seeds yet?
No.
Okay, cool then.
Oh, the seeds. Yeah. I've given them. I've gotten more slots. Yeah.
Yeah. How many have you collected so far?
A lot.
How many is a lot?
I don't remember the number, but I've upgraded like 10 times my stuff maybe.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah,
I'm pretty good at finding them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you know how many there are, or do you want to know, or do you not care?
Yeah, you can tell me a number. I'm curious.
Oh, I actually don't know the exact number.
I can tell they're everywhere. So.
Okay, guess how many it's gonna be.
I don't know, 1,000.
Yeah, it's pretty close to it now. It's like 900 something. And I'm trying to 100% the game.
Yeah, I'm never doing that.
Yeah, oh my god, these dumb seeds. They're fucking like, oh my god, some of that stuff is so dumb. Like, oh, look, a rock circle. Find the rock.
I like that. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun for like 3 or 4 times, but when you do it 40, 50 times.
Here's the difference. You see, there's people like me that like this, and they also like the Batman Arkham Riddler trophies. Everyone else hated those, and they were always like, well, what the fuck is this shit? And I was like, dude, I did all 200 of them. I don't know. Like, and everyone's
what
like...
do you need to do with those?
It's exactly stuff like that. Like,
oh, okay.
And people are like, yeah, I mean, it's fun the first 2 times, but then I don't feel like bataranging every question mark and dodging these. And I'm like, dude, I love it. This is great. So yeah, I just sprinkle them. You know, if you sit and do only that for an hour, it's gonna get boring. But you just find it. You put the rock down quick. You put the apple down, whatever. And it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah. There is ways to like find them more easily, but even with the way to find it more easily, it's still fucking difficult. Like some stuff is like I don't think you found that item yet, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather keep everything discovered.
Yeah. There's like a million quests that you should have unlocked though. Like the X treasure kind of things.
I've unlocked a few of those, yeah.
Yeah, you should like keep doing that. So it will like not help, but there's like some cool shit in there.
I'm just going at my own pace, dude. I went to like some super cold mountain in the middle of nowhere. I barely survived the cold, and I discovered a dragon. At the fairy fountain, and I was like, I can't beat this thing now. I'm not only can I probably not beat it, but I'm also like I don't have enough heat, cold resistance stuff, so I had to leave. But I'm always finding stuff that's too strong for me. I had to leave my first dungeon for the first time because there was a boss fight that was I beat it, or it was like 2-3 hits away, but it destroyed all of my equipment. So
wait, which done? Oh, you mean like one of those feats of strength?
There was like a guardian I had to fight.
Yeah, like a small one that shoots shit and lasers.
Yeah, at some right, that was it. I destroyed it. I was beating its ass despite it being able to one-shot me and it taking all my weapons. But then it like went into some invincible mode where it just shot lasers and I couldn't do anything, and it consumed all my things. And I was like, I'll come back here later. I probably shouldn't be here for like another 20 hours.
There's like shoutouts to Donkey if you don't care so much. I don't think there's like a lot of. I'll rewatch it. Maybe I'll send it to you. There's like a Donkey video on like that exact moment, and it's so funny.
Oh really? I'll watch it when I beat the game.
Yeah. There's there's a lot of moments where like you go somewhere and it's like, holy shit, I'm fucking leaving. See ya.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. Usually I persevere. But this one, I literally couldn't. It looked to me like the health wasn't going down anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I don't know if we talked about this at all, but Zelda does like all of the things that the Ubisoft games do right. Like it has the towers, but it only like really unveils the area around the tower, and it doesn't give you a million markers for things. Like if you want to have something marked, you have to like go there and put a marker down yourself.
Yeah. I like the marking yourself thing.
Yeah, and it gives you like it usually puts the towers in like really cool places, and then at the start of the game, it gives you it teaches you how to use like your camera as a binocular sort of, and then you can mark things in the distance. And they always put the towers in places where you can like look around, and then you can see the shrine. Like you can see a shrine like 3-4 kilometers in the distance, and you're like, oh shit, I'm marking that.
Did you also
and then
turn off the beeping shrine thing? It
It
notifies you. It was so annoying, and it just ruins ruins the fun of first of all, it sounds annoying, but it ruins the fun of exploring and finding stuff.
I know some of the shrines are super hidden.
Yeah,
though,
sure,
so,
maybe later on, but give it to me as an upgrade that you find later when you're close to beating the game or something.
I really don't mind that.
I thought it was just like beep beep, and it's like, oh, okay, I didn't even get to explore this place. I know that there's one nearby, you know. For me,
that's so weird. I never thought about it this way. I was like, oh yeah, cool.
And actually, I just reminded myself, the game is so amazing at not holding your hand.
Yep.
And then, I think it's when you're in the elephant. There was a moment that I ran into. I think it was with that fish princess, where she just like tells you the most obvious shit, and I'm like, shut up, lady. I think it was in the elephant. Yeah. She was like, "Oh, you've powered the generator. There's 3 more." and then, "Oh, you powered another generator. There's 2 more." And
I want to say a thing.
And I remember that we were like at the last one, and Simi was like, she imitated her, like she said it before she did. She was like, "Well done, you have 1 more generator," or something like that. And it actually, like, she said the exact same words that Simi did right after. It was so
because the game is so open, I don't know why the fuck they didn't think about this. Every single dungeon has something like that. They are all like this. Every single one. It's always like it's almost the exact same lines. "Oh, you have found the generator. Turn it on." And then, "Oh, look, you have a map now. Use the things."
Yeah, and it's like keep going. And then the next one, "I'm proud of you." And then the third one, "Well done, keep it up." And it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, those are like by far out of all of the Zelda games that I've played, the dungeons are shit. Like they are the worst.
Oh, I enjoy them. I mean, they're more like Portal puzzles than Zelda puzzles.
They're okay, but it's a fucking, like, if I go into a Zelda dungeon, I expect to spend like 2 hours in there, not 20 minutes.
So you just like right. I mean, the
they were super easy.
I think the reason they do that is because they also double as fast travel points, so they need to be scattered everywhere.
No, not. I mean, not the shrines. The like guardians.
Oh, the guardians. Okay.
The shrines are great.
Okay.
I just wish there was like I wish they were a little bit longer. And
okay. I enjoyed the elephant one. Yeah. That's it. I enjoyed it.
Fuck. Like compared to all the other Zeldas.
Fair enough. I've only done one, so I can't say. All right. We should end it. I just wanted to say one thing, unrelated to gaming, but I don't know if I ever told you this. I don't think I did. Years ago, when I was in high school, me and my friends, we would have headphone splitters, and we'd all plug it into my iPod, and we'd listen to music. And I was joking. I was calling it Gen FM, because for those of you who don't know, my name is Genna, and FM, whatever, fucking radio shit. And I was like, it's Gen FM. I'm controlling the songs. We're listening to it. That's fun. And at some point, I was like, let me make a Facebook page called Gen FM. And me and my 2 other friends can like be admins, and we take turns. And it was kind of like a fun little project. We invited everyone in our school, and it was like, all right, this week's genre is honky tonk. And we'd like take turns every day finding a honky tonk song and putting it. And it was like, hey, listen to all these songs, and maybe you can like broaden your genre horizons or whatever. It's like a fun little thing. And then we even like made a logo and everything. I can actually show it on screen here.
Damn, you guys are way too deep into that shit.
Yeah, so you can see like I made this little Photoshop thing. This image, I took like we took a fedora and like stuck this little furry mustache, sunglasses. I photoshopped out the reflection of the camera. I put my headphones. It's a pretty good looking logo. I'm not gonna lie. Like back in the day.
Still not popping up for me.
You'll see it after a while.
I hope so.
But I can also just send you a screenshot or the page. But yeah, so we did that, and it was just fun. And then at some point we were like, all right, I'm done. No one's actually listening to these. It was a funny idea, but forget it.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you see it. Pretty decent.
That is pretty dope.
It's a funny little logo. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
And then, like a year later, I started getting many likes, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Who's liking my page? And I kept getting likes and likes and likes, and then I started getting messages in, like, I think it was Indonesian or something, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I found out that there's a Gen FM, a real Gen FM, like, radio station somewhere. I think
Yep.
Indonesian.
I'm seeing it right now.
Yep. And I was like, are these people really, do they fucking, like, are they clicking this picture and they see this mustached hat and it's called Gen FM, and like we're posting fucking songs about honky tonk and we're like, woo me, it's me, Genna, what's up everybody? Like, do they really confuse these two stations? And I just thought that was so funny. And I'm still getting likes to this day, people writing in Indonesian, even though I wrote in English all the posts. And someone even messaged me, and there's a German Gen FM, I think, or Dutch, and they were like, "Are you?" And they wrote a whole message to me in German, and I translated it, and it was something like, "Are you part of this controversy?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck is going on." And it was just it was a screenshot of a big German paragraph with Gen FM. I'm like, "What the fuck is this drama going on around my high school little joke?" Yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm still getting likes. What?
The power of the internet.
Power of the internet. So if you want, guys, if I ever stop running this channel, MrWoodenSheep, check out on Facebook Gen FM. That's Gen. The URL. I swear to you, I don't actually swear. I'm not that sure, but I'm pretty sure that the URL I made was GENFM. But
I found the true GNFM, and
yeah,
it's a like conspiracy theory, German conspiracy theory website, it seems.
And but yeah, Facebook I think changed my URL to GENEFFEM FM, and that's a conspiracy right there. I'm pretty sure they changed that. They gave it to more legit Gen FM. What's wrong with mine, huh? But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what happened. But yeah, I think we can probably wrap it up, right? Unless you have anything else to talk about.
I mean, I played a little bit of Closer Eternity, but that's it. I'll save that for the next time.
All right.
I'd probably finish that game by the next time, because that's a good game.
Yeah, I mean, my left ear is really talked up. My right ear is lonely, so I need to take these headphones off and listen to something on speakers, because this is driving me crazy.
Are you on speakers like most of the time now, or?
Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing.
Wow. I didn't use my speakers in probably like 3 years.
I like to give my ears a rest.
All right.
So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for joining me, friend 1. Friend 2, you were a bit silent today, but we'll talk about it after the podcast. See if everything's okay with you.
Pretty silent for somebody who's yelling.
No, friend 2. Why are you always confusing these guys? They're very distinct.
Look, I didn't have it. No, look, this is your fault. Why is friend 2 in the middle and the friend 1 at the right side? Friend
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like that. Don't talk back to me, or I'll turn you into a stroopwafel again.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel?
Stroopwafel.
All right.
Look, my Dutch is on fucking point.
All right, post in the comments how you pronounce stroopwafel. In the comments,
when I speak Dutch, I actually speak German, but I just put a shit accent on and it works, like, surprisingly well.
Nice. So yeah, next episode I'll have played Halo. Oh my god, I'm so excited, dude. Oh,
damn.
I'm so excited.
When is it coming out? On 5th?
3rd. Mark your calendars. On the 3rd at 8 p.m. my time. Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Can I do a quick shout out? Just a real quick shout out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ruin all of your sponsorships. Microsoft, you can fuck yourself, okay? I'm not paying $10 for fucking